Good morning, beautiful lights. How are we this morning? Welcome to Tuesday. And Tuesday means that the Tarot Dealers podcast has dropped. So go and have a listen to that, where you listen to all your good podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to that. Or you can watch us on YouTube at the Tarot Dealers. And we're all about the April energy. So go and have a listen to what our cards had to say about this upcoming April energy. April energy. April today. Here we go. Let's see, what is the energy for today that we need to know, that we need to be aware about? What's happening? What's going on? Okay, what's coming into our awareness as a collective that we need to be aware of for today, and how do we best utilize it? Okay, we have justice today. So justice reminds us that, like, we need to be doing, technically the right thing. So making sure that when we look at contracts and anything like that, that we've read it thoroughly, that we fully understand it. No speeding today. It represents law and legality, but it also can represent some karma, right? So there might be some karmic things out and about today. Now, when I look at the subconscious piece, it's the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is speaking to us about like where we can be turning our back on a situation, right? You can see here where he's turned his back. This is the subconscious piece. So there might be a part of us that is like, I'm not going to be dealing with that anymore, walking away from a certain something. And it's more about going internal, right? It's like internally going in and going, what's going on? So you could say that this card is actually the minor version of the Hermit. So it's a journey today about how do we actually feel inside, and are those feelings relevant, right? So that's the internal piece today. Are those feelings that we're feeling, are they still relevant? Is it a story that still fits? Is it a story that we still want to tell ourselves? So that's what that's talking about. And that in itself might take us on a bit of a deeper journey. That's what I'm feeling about that. And when we look at it consciously, it's going to be about balancing right where we're at is in fact how our lives are appearing the way that we want them to be. Are they in alignment with us? Because justice would speak to fairness, right? To fairness and things that are just, so to speak. So have we been fair in our dealings, right? So it's this kind of thing where we're going within and we're like, have we been fair to ourselves? Have we been fair to others? Very interesting day, I think. I'm just going to put a few more cards out and just see what happens. So we've got the subconscious piece and the conscious piece. Let me see. And like on a practical level, but conscious piece, as I said, is making sure that whatever contracts we've got, around us, or documentation, and documentation can be like anything that you receive, by email, in the mail, that's considered documentation. So make sure you've gone through all of that. There's nothing that you've missed, that you've checked everything off. Yeah. No speeding, definitely no speeding, because that can represent the law, right? So maybe there'll be some things passed down. And then on a little bit more of an internal level, or just a individual level, it's speaking to us about, like, have we been fair to ourselves, but have we been like practical as well, as in we haven't missed anything, have we? Like, we've got everything lined up, it's all sorted. Like, what documents are we personally looking at? Let me just see what else we get for that. So I'll just do the ones that have dropped out, which is quite a few. So we have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. So this is still speaking to us about like where we're getting, and it might be some news or something that comes our way that maybe I don't know if we've been waiting for it. Some of us, I feel like we've been waiting for it, but not all of us. So it's some news that comes our way. Someone's going to present us with like a situation or an opportunity or an outcome of some kind. And then we're going to go within about that, because this tells us that we're going within. And so does that, because we need to feel into that and think about what is it that we actually want. Remember, because this guy's speaking about the emotional piece, this one's speaking about the intellectual piece. So there is some need today to be sitting with how we're feeling about an opportunity, situation, or something that someone's presented us, that we're needing to go within. Absolutely go within. Does it fill our cup? Does it remind us of something of the past? Is it something we've needed to do for quite a while, which that can be? That card's also a bit nostalgic, right? It speaks into the past. And with the Queen of Wands, it's about wanting to be comfortable in the world, right? And in the world is how we are external to ourselves. But because there's two internal cards here, it's also about how we're feeling about ourselves and how we're feeling about what we've been presented and how we're feeling about what we're thinking about, right? So a lot of feeling today around situations that were presented, and if that is in fact what we want, was that fair and just? Were we fair and just? Did we behave fair and just? Did we receive fairness in return, right? And if not, then there might be some self-discovery today where we go, yeah, you know what, this situation is never going to be fair, so I am going to walk away now. It's a bit like that. I think that's potentially like what that's talking about. And it's also indicating here with the card of the past that it's something that we have felt before. So this is not the first time that we felt this way. So however, it might be the first time that we actually do something about it, and there's no big loud noise about it. It's just simply, yeah, no, not for me, I'm walking away from that, or I'm going to present this opportunity that I've been given somewhere else, but it doesn't fit this part of my life. So it's a bit like that today. So there'll be some internal investigation done today due to an outside thing or situation that has occurred for you, and it is going to be about weighing things up and being fair to yourself, fair to those around you, and if the situation itself at all was fair, and if it's anything to do with legality or law, then you'll be determining whether that's a right fit for you or a fair outcome, and then you'll be making the decision. But it looks like there's definitely movement away from something, right? So it's not necessarily going to something, it's away from something, which I find interesting, which is why I say whatever we're presented today, make sure that you look at fully, check all your emails, check your regular mail, your snail mail, and make sure you've gone through all of that documentation to make sure you haven't missed anything, right? Because that's what that feels like. There will be a bit of an internal process about what's presented today. And then there'll be this, yeah, I felt this way before, I don't want to feel that way anymore. Or, I've felt this way before and I want to feel more open about what's actually happening for me or what's actually going on. So a little bit of a mixed bag today. Feels a little different to yesterday. Because yesterday felt, I don't know about you guys, but my morning was so rushed. And I saw a comment on the post that, yeah, someone else felt rushed from the get-go, and I'm like, yeah, me too. And then the afternoon it kind of just slowed down. I actually felt like a little bit of melancholy throughout the day as well, and I'm like, geez, like what's this? Like the emotion was, like fast, as in I felt like the energy itself was fast and I needed to do things fast. And then as the day went on, I kind of felt like it petered and waned, and then I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, it was just interesting. So today, to start from a more balanced approach may not be a bad idea. Anyway, I hope this has made sense for you beautiful souls, and I will catch you all next time. Big, big, big love.